Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Our Friends in Addison, the video series where we talk to different community members, businesses, and organizations around Addison, just to get to know them better and see how they're doing through these crazy, wacky times we're all living through. In today's episode, my friend Leslie speaks with Kristen Seefurth, the Marketing and Communications Manager at NEDSRA. NEDSRA is a nonprofit organization that provides recreational activities and social programs for those with disabilities. They do a lot of great work, and we learned a lot of really cool stuff about them today. So sit back and enjoy getting to know one of our friends in Addison.
Hi, my name is Leslie Seefurth. I'm the Business Services Specialist at the Addison Public Library. I'm here today with Kristen. Kristen, can you introduce yourself and tell people what you do?
Yes, hi, my name is Kristen Seefurth. I work for NEDSRA, which is the Northeast DuPage Special Recreation Association here in Addison, and I am the Marketing and Communications Manager.
That's wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit more about what NEDSRA does and all the different programming that you offer?
Yeah, NEDSRA is a cooperative of 11 member partners pooling resources and working together to provide comprehensive therapeutic recreation programs and services. All of our recreation and social programs are designed to meet the needs of individuals with disabilities. These include individuals of all ages, whether it be an intellectual or physical disability. We also provide adaptive recreation equipment rentals for participants. NEDSRA also has a veterans program that we do, and this veterans program meets all year round once a month for monthly socials, and it is available for the veteran and their family members, as well as the veteran receives a free fitness membership.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. I had no idea about that portion of the organization. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So how long has NEDSRA been located in Addison?
So NEDSRA has been around since 1977, but it has, since we do have 11 different member partners, we have been in a variety of areas, but we have been in Addison since 1990s.
That's great. And you're located next to the Park District, correct?
Correct. We're attached to the Club Fitness, just around the back.
Great. All right. So what inspired you to start working for NEDSRA? How did you get started in this field?
Yeah, I always had a desire to work for an organization that gave directly back to its community. I started as a recreation management graduate, worked in a variety of different park districts. From there, I always wanted to build on my creative side and then learned more about the marketing and working with different marketing departments within park districts and decided to go back to school for marketing.
Very nice. So with all of that, what's the favorite part about what you do? What do you love the most about your job?
What I love most about my job is that every day is different. It changes based on the season, it changes based on the day, and the different programs and events that we have going on. Some days I'm surrounded by participants, interacting with them within programs, taking photos, videos, and just enjoying them within the programs and seeing them have fun. Other days I am working with community members, donors, sponsors, different organizations, designing the seasonal brochure, putting together our fundraisers, and different flyers and events that we have going on throughout the year.
That's great. That's always been my favorite part about job as libraries too. Every day is different. You know, that's what makes it fun and exciting to go to work every day.
Most definitely.
So we know that NEDSRA utilizes a lot of volunteers. What different kind of volunteer opportunities do you offer?
So we have a large variety of volunteer opportunities throughout the year. And our largest one is the track and field meet. And this would have been the 41st annual meet. We did have to postpone to next year. We have about 200 to 250 volunteers that come out for this event. And there's different categories from working in concessions, being a buddy with a participant, helping them get to and from all of their events during the day, and also with just food, helping and with lunches and stuff like that. Our different volunteer opportunities throughout the year also includes assisting with programs. So a volunteer can actually just come and be like, I want to assist with this type of program, and they can volunteer throughout the year. We have our seasonal dances, which includes like prom, Halloween, homecoming, different things like our Valentine's Day dance. We have a winter dance. So volunteers can come and dance the night away with participants. They can help with serving dinner. They can help with the punch bowl, decorations, and all different things like that, checking in participants. So usually if you're a volunteer out there or looking to get some volunteer hours and you just have a certain thing you like to do, whether it be creative, bowling, or anything like that, just give us a call and we're more than likely to be able to have something for you.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds actually really fun. Like not like work, but actually something fun you would want to do.
Most definitely.
Is there any specific qualities other than an interest that you look for in your volunteers? Anything they need to know or be aware of before they reach out to you?
Well, for qualities, we definitely love to find volunteers that have flexibility, that are compassionate, understanding. They have a friendliness and supportiveness qualities within themselves. With our participants, things are always changing. Sometimes we have to change maybe how the program's going to lay out through the day, or we have to be adaptive with the weather. We have to be adaptive with what may ever be going around in our communities. So being able to have those qualities is a great asset as a volunteer.
Great. And is the best way for them to get involved to go to your website to contact you?
Yeah, so there's two ways they can get involved. They can go to NEDSRA.org, which is just NEDSRA.org. You just click the button that says get involved, and there's a volunteer application for them. Or they can just register or email Colleen Klein at Klein, CCLINE at NEDSRA.org, and be able to get involved with there.
Awesome. So as we kind of talked about earlier, no day is typical, but what would the average day of a participant at NEDSRA look like?
Yeah, so it really depends on the participant, and then it depends on the program that the participant is involving in. Some participants use the NEDSRA transportation services, which picks them up at community areas, or depending on the need, sometimes from their home, and brings them directly to our programs. While others have their own form of transportation, whether it be a family member, a public transportation, or anything like that. As well as we have some participants that get involved through Monday through Friday weekday programs. So they're with us during the weekday. And then there's some programs that are participants that only come for weeknight programs or weekend programs. But no matter what the program is, no matter where the program is, the first thing that participants love to do as soon as they get on site is start interacting with their friends right when they get registered or checked in, and then just get going with a lot of fun.
That sounds great. So as you said, you're part of a lot of different communities, but you are located in Addison, and you guys go on a lot of field trips and you utilize different facilities throughout town. Do participants have any favorite spots or places you like to frequently visit when you could, pre-COVID?
Yeah, so a lot of our participants' favorite Addison locations are definitely the Addison Library. We go there with our weekday programs, our summer camps, a lot of different of our programs frequent the library. We also love to attend Shoeless Joe's and other surrounding restaurants in the area with our Bowl Appetit program. We go bowling at Stardust, which is our other favorite location, and we go out to eat to a local area. As well as the Marcus Theater.
You guys have a good variety of choices too. That sounds like a great weekend to me.
Yes.
So if there's one thing you want viewers to know about NEDSRA, what would you like that to be?
One thing I would like people to know about NEDSRA is we're always welcoming and open to everybody, whether you're a participant, a volunteer, somebody looking for some part-time work. We have it for you, and we're one big family in 11 different communities, and we're here to meet the needs of everybody of our participants.
Great. So as we mentioned earlier, we're doing our interview virtually because we can't all be together safely. So how has COVID impacted the services you provide, and what have you been doing differently in order to make safe changes?
Yeah, so our main service is programs, recreation programs, and social gatherings. So that took, we had to think outside the box and what are we going to do differently. So we switched from in-person programs and all to virtual recreation. Starting way back in early March, we started the Keeping NEDSRA Connected. And through the Keeping NEDSRA Connected, we have designed a weekly activity book. So every Monday and Friday comes out an activity book that engages, whether it be social, physical, mental health, and your learning about healthy habits. So we're doing those in each of our activity books, as well as throughout the Keeping NEDSRA Connected. We have YouTube videos that our full-time staff put together. We have Cooking with Fritch. We have Laughs with Lori's on Thursdays. We have Workout Wednesdays with Carrie, and so much more fun stuff. As well as, like I mentioned, our virtual recreation. So through our virtual recreation, we have one-on-one sessions. So a participant can register to be one-on-one with a staff member and just be able to talk, and anything that they want to do during that one-on-one, they're able to kind of just, if they want to learn sign language and things like that. We also do programs for our participants all throughout the day, all throughout the week, with a variety of things. We have like a fireside chat. We had like a virtual camp on the go packets, where we actually put out packets for campers that wanted to do virtual camp in a way. So we put together these bags of everything that they would need for the week, and then we chat with them throughout the week on that.
That sounds fun. One of our colleagues found the video of your director telling jokes, and she said it was fantastic, that it made her day. So I think everyone should check that out if you haven't.
Yes.
So it sounds like you've implemented and you've really a lot of things, and you've switched the way you're working. Do you see any of this stuff continuing once you're able to reopen, go in person, and this pandemic has moved forward?
Yeah, so we do have a lot of long-term updates that we're going to be including. For how long these updates will be included in our programs and our facilities is just unknown. We're following, all the procedures that we are told to follow. These include continuation of virtual recreation. So yes, we are going to be starting to include some in-person programs coming late July, but we are also going to continue those virtual recreation programs. And all virtual recreation programs have been free up to this point. We also are going to be requiring that any individuals that want to come into the office to register or have appointments with staff, they will have to schedule an appointment ahead of time. We do encourage all over the phone, email, and fax communication at this time, but you can schedule an appointment. We have inserted a safety class at the front of our registration as well, and that not only is the safety because of COVID, but also increases privacy for participant and staff. We have increased disinfectant and cleaning procedures. We had a reduction in group sizes, so no longer having those programs of 25, 30 participants. They are much smaller groups now. Hosting programs in larger spaces, more open spaces, trying to use outdoor space when we can, increase use of outdoor spaces throughout all areas, and as well as increasing distancing, disinfecting, and safety during the programs.
That's great. Have you been able to get like a wider reach of people virtually, because they don't have to come in and out? Have they been able to attend more or do different things they normally wouldn't have?
Yeah, we've been able to reach more people. We've also recently received a grant which allowed us to purchase the use of iPads. So we purchased some iPads that had data plans on them, and we'll be renting or borrowing them out to participants who may not have that internet access, may not have access to Zoom or a webcam, so that they would be able to continue to participate in virtual recreation.
That's really awesome, because that digital divide is really hard to meet. So the fact that you found a way around that is awesome.
Yeah, and our participants are very excited for it.
All right, so in addition to learning about NEDSRA and COVID-19, we want to know a little bit more about you. So what are some of your favorite spots when you're here in Addison?
My favorite spots when I'm here in Addison are definitely going out to places like Aurelio's, the Shoeless Joe's, Breaky Cafe. Those are fun little places within Addison to get some good eats, especially on those work days. I love attending the library. Going to Marcus Theater is always fun. You always run into friendly faces there as well.
All right. And then what do you like to do?
Around the trail.
All around the trail. Perfect. You're conveniently located.
Yes.
So what do you like to do in your spare time?
In our spare time, I like to kayak. I like to be creative. I like to sew and different things like that. So.
Did you had any big crafts or projects done when you were at home for all of this?
I recently moved, so the big project I've been doing is just decorating.
That's fun though. That's exciting.
Yes.
So we wouldn't be in the library if we didn't ask you, what is your favorite book? Audiobook, book, doesn't matter the format.
My favorite book, and it's always been my favorite book just ever since I want to say like middle school or high school. We read this book for school. It was called My Brother Sam, and it was a military-based book. And I have a lot of family relatives or family friends that are in the military, and it's just something that I just always enjoyed that book.
Great. All right, so this is kind of a hard one, but if you could switch careers and do anything you wanted, it wouldn't matter about finances, skills, what would you do?
Oh, that's a hard one. I would definitely say something that allowed me to be creative. Maybe having my own Etsy shop in some kind of way.
Very cool. Okay, so is there anything else you want to say to the community of Addison as we wrap up here?
Yeah, most definitely. To everyone out there in Addison, just know that we're all together, and during this time it may be hard, but know virtually we're connecting, and we are here to meet your needs at NEDSRA. If you know somebody that has a disability, whether it be intellectual or physical disability, if you know a veteran, anything like that, give us a reach out. You can email us at nedsra@nedsra.org, visit us at nedsra.org on our website, or just give us a call and we're here for you and we'll be able to assist you in any way we can.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time. It was great chatting with you and we loved hearing more about what you do.
Yes, and thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure seeing you, Leslie, and missing you in person.
Yes, thank you so much.